anarchist.
Ready.chalky. Somebody you're drinking chalky milk again?
Always.
Always.
That shit runs in my veins.
I hope
All
shit
right.
doesn't run in your veins. You might be septic.
Also, you might die if you have chocolate milk running in your veins as well. Anyway.
Worth it. Worth it.
I'll take my chances with the milk over the shit.
So, when we last left our heroes, you guys had spent the night at the red light district after reviving your old friend, known him for a couple weeks friend, uh, Trevok, after he perished at the hands of the Dark Wizard. And he decided he needed to go find his brother. So you guys were unsure what to do next. So you got this axe for the Craftsman's Guild, so might as well take it to them and see what happens. On your way there, you were jumped by a pretty good amount of Faceless One assassins. You managed to defeat them all with the help of a random man who came smashing out of the building to help you. And that's basically where we left off. The man standing before you, he's wearing full plate armor, including a helmet. He's holding a large shield and a long sword, and he stands about 6'9", you think. Weighs roughly 300 pounds. Just built, big, muscular guy wearing gold-plated armor. Definitely severely out of place in the lower city. He walks over to you and he's like, "Ah, what a fight!"
Indeed, it was quite remarkable.
And when you speak up, Rog, he's like, "Ah, my lord!" And he goes down to one knee, and he's like, "I have been searching for you."
For me?
Yes, you are High Inquisitor Rog Nahasadir, right? However you say your last name.
Naycedar.
Naycedar.
Yes, that is me.
Ah, I was sent to find you.
By who?
Well, I was sent to find you by Lady Victoria.
Who the fuck is that?
That is the wife of Darius Arn, I think. No?
Daughter.
Fuck. Daughter.
Oh,
The
yeah.
eldest daughter of Darius Arn, who showed you around Sevethern.
And she gave us our houses?
Yep.
Gotcha.
You stayed at her house and Harold ruined it?
Yeah.
By cooking, right?
Yes, by cooking.
Yeah, and I had to go find the help to clean it.
Yeah. But she's currently in she's
exile?
Irakosh. She's in Irakosh with the surviving members of her family and being protected by the orcs.
That is good news.
The reason he hasn't said anything to Arendia because I think Arendia is still a dragon, but yeah. He's like, "Where are the rest of your comrades? The other High Inquisitors?"
Well, you see,
when he says that, I'm not gonna undragon, but I'll speak up and say that if you know of Rog, you likely know of me, Arendia Salmors.
Oh, I didn't know you were a dragon.
It's helpful sometimes.
I'm pretty sure Lady Victoria said you were a drow.
Well, I would like to get the full extent of this, full value out of the arcane energy I've expended on this spell in the event that we run into any more combative foes down here in the Craftsman district. But
that is understandable. It is very dangerous in this city.
If you would like me to become my former self, I will do so if it will prove that I am who I say I am.
Oh, there is no need. You travel with Rog.
For a long time now. Unfortunately, the rest of our comrades, as you say, have been lost along the way.
That is sad news.
Not all have
Well-
perished, but a few of them have.
Lazarus takes a handful of very large steps away from Arendia and Rog and reaches for his mace and says, "You're with the Inquisition?" Looking
well-
rather terrified.
Well, hang on. No, we're not.
We
Not in that way, at least.
we were with the Inquisition of Sevicern before King Miscus completely disavowed us and murdered everybody that felt along the ways of our cause, and his brother Darius.
So it
And
seems like
Zach, since you come from Sebasern, you would know that sort of thing. You were there when they were promoted to High Inquisitor.
Okay. I was like, "Oh yeah, no, I was murdered brutally by
But also,
them," and
you
then
didn't know that these were those people. So if anything, you might trust them a little bit more because they were part of the Sevasern Inquisition, which you are aware of was completely different than the regular Inquisition.
so they weren't a part of the douchebag Inquisition.
They were part of the trying to
Okay.
change the Inquisition.
And
Okay.
then, like usual through all of history, we all got murdered for it.
yeah.
I know how that is.
You want to exact change? Here's some murder. Have you traveled far through the lower city, or how have you come? Well, I know why you're here now. Did you come from Irakash?
I did.
How are things since the last battle and the skyship explosion and everything? How are they recovering?
They are doing well. The wall has been repaired for the most part. The city itself, less so, but without the presence of the Inquisition army, the orcs are rebuilding.
Do you know anything of Lady Hetris there?
I did not meet her, but she was there, I believe.
When you left,
If that
you
was-
believe that she was still in the city?
Yes.
She is my cousin.
Oh, well, congratulations, I guess.
No, I just figured I'd. You might be interested as to why I would be interested in a member of the council.
Well, you are heroes, and you know the Arn family, so I guess it would make sense for you to know other people, but yes.
Well, we have a great many things that we're trying to accomplish here. What was your well, I'll let Rog. You came searching for, I guess, us, but you found Rog first. So if you have any specifics to speak with Rog, I suppose I will bow out.
Well, not specifically him. I was supposed to find you and give you what aid I could.
At
Fantastic.
Lady Victoria's behest.
Yes.
Well, we'll have to thank her next time we see her.
I was
She
not
seemed
there
quite
for
capable.
I was not there for the fall of Sevasern. I was sent with the king of brain no work goo. The king of the king of tropical sky as a bodyguard.
Tropical sky, isn't that Isn't that the islands to the south?
Yeah, the king of Tropical Sky was there in Sebasern.
Isn't
Rog's
that
father?
Rog's dad?
Mhm.
Okay, I
So
thought
this
so.
is my dad's night, so to speak.
No, he's Victoria's knight, but he was sent with the king to help protect him on his way home. Him and a group of soldiers from
Oh.
Sebasern went
Okay.
with the airship that went back. He's like, I was not here for the battle, and when I returned, everything was destroyed.
You missed quite a massacre.
It was a somber day.
So I have been told. It took me many moons to find Lady Victoria and find her and the rest of the On family. But I am loyal to the true heir to the crown.
Who's that?
It is. I might know this.
Well, he's speaking of Lady Victoria.
Oh. What's
She's
the,
the true heir?
what's the kid's name, though?
In his mind, yeah.
I see. I can't remember the kid's name, but I know who you're talking about.
Octavia,
So-
half-elf. I don't know. Whatever.
Wait, so
Um,
is Darius Arn is dead, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that would be why she would be the heir then.
Yeah. Darius was killed. Miscus doesn't have any offspring, and
Right.
plus he betrayed his family, so that's why this guy's like, I'm loyal to the true heir.
Gotcha.
He's an oath of the crown paladin, but like technically not the crown in charge of the country right now.
well, you were certainly beneficial in that last encounter that we had, so we appreciate your assistance that you provided already. There was quite many of them that descended upon us.
Indeed, these foul creatures. They have been killing many here.
We have issue with their leader, if I'm sure you are shocked to hear.
Well, if he is part of the leadership of this city, we have issue with the whole city.
Well, he
Amen
actually
to that.
wants to overthrow the leadership of the city as well, but he is no lesser evil, I believe.
Mm.
He wants Miscus out, but he wants it so that he can assume control and lead tyrannically himself. So he
We cannot allow that.
no virtuous means. He tried to coerce us into joining his cause before decimating our party, for lack of a better term, but some of us made it out. We were actually headed to the
Craftsman's Guild.
No, that's okay. I want to turn my camera
And turned his camera off, so I don't know.
Okay.
We good.
The Craftsman's Guild is on the east side of the city.
Ah, so we are close.
Are we? How far in the journey were we accosted by the faceless ones?
You're in the northeastern section of the city. You're past the
Okay.
northern gate. You're like around here.
Oh, okay, cool.
We are pretty close. Shouldn't be too long to get there now.
I imagine that it won't be the only time we are accosted, as Rog said, on our way to the guild center. We also don't know what kind of condition the guild center is going to be in, if they have been under frequent attack from the faceless ones, like the Hunters Guild was. So Many questions lie ahead, I suppose.
Well, perhaps we should continue on with our journey then.
No, I think we should just stand here and talk for a little. Do you have any loot you wanna? Well, how do you think we should? Anyways, all right. I'm good with continuing on until we get set upon by the next group of ninjas.
Okay.
Do I have a second or a third?
I mean,
We should leave.
yeah. Maybe see if we can't run into any more to put down.
I'm not a fan of them. I will be staying as I am now as we travel.
Okay. Yeah, you're just clomping through the city as a dragon.
Can I roll? I mean, I know I'm a dragon, so I would like to try to be
Are you gonna be a stealthy dragon?
as stealthy as possible.
Sneaky snake.
Sure. Go ahead and roll with disadvantage.
10.
10. You feel sneaky.
Okay, that's fine. I have to at least try. I got a +4 to stealth as a dragon, so I had to at least roll for it.
Arindia, you're walking with your head down, crouched. If you're trying to stay hidden, I can aid with that.
Even with me as I am now.
Yes, magic doesn't care about your size, but it's not perfect.
I
Magic
mean,
might not care about your size, but women sure do.
I would not like to encounter more combatants if possible, and with me as I am now, I mean, it's only for another 40 minutes or so, but I would like to be ready and not have to expend, not have to cast again if we are to be attacked.
Sure, this should help all of us. And I will cast Pass
That's
Without a
without a
Trace.
trace.
I don't know if we do manage to sneak up on them. The surprise on their face seeing the dragon would be hilarious.
just emerge out of a cloud.
Should I roll stealth again?
I mean, if you guys
Or
are
it's-
trying to be sneaky as a team, I need a group stealth check.
Yeah.
Huzzah.
But everybody gets +10 now. Right? Stealth.
19, 12.
Oh, it's a natural 1 though.
Yeah.
Yikes.
33.
You're pretty hidden. The rest of your team,
Y'all
not
are
so
bad.
much. You're traveling with 2 people wearing heavy armor
And a dragon.
and a dragon.
I just disappear.
You're hidden in the shadows very well. The dragon, not so much. Enzo's in the back, just
That's
Here was
fine.
the
My
armor clanking.
chainmail's just chink, chink, chink.
Hey, we had to at least try, right?
What? I guess.
I mean, you can't fault us for it not trying. I mean,
He rolled a 1 and a 19. Would have been pretty good if he didn't have a disadvantage. Anyway, Mordai, you know that you're pretty hidden, but you're like, really? Okay, well, we're not being sneaky. And about 40 minutes later, Arendia turns back into a dragon. I mean, back into himself. Along the way, you have seen a lot of corpses. You haven't seen anybody living. There are bodies of workers, warehouse workers, craftsmen, wardens, and countless puddles of faceless one goop with a mask sitting in the middle of it. The wardens, it looks like the wardens tried their hardest to protect, but were overwhelmed. Like any regular police force would be against militarized assassins.
So
But-
are we near Warden HQ now, or we haven't gotten that far yet?
No, it's only been about an hour.
Okay.
You're from where you were. It's probably close to like 3 hours to the Warden HQ.
Okay.
But most of the buildings you've passed have been burned out, destroyed, in way worse condition than last time you were here.
Lazarus will quietly start muttering a prayer, kind of for all the bodies in general, since he knows it's not really practical to stop at each and every one. Just wait a minute, guys. A few minutes here. All right, here's another one. A few minutes here. He just, as he walks, just kind of.
Just like
But yeah, I mean, you are not set upon by any more assassins. Um This button, then this button, then this button, then this button.
many buttons. Handle it.
I think that's the right button.
Not assassins, but here's 6 Draco Hydras.
Okay. Yeah, you don't, no one descends upon you and attacks you.
And this area of the lower city is just kind of eerily quiet, or can anything be noticed? Or
I mean, it's there's there it almost seems like this area of the city is now deserted. And it used to be one of the more alive places that you've been in this city, because the forges were all going, the craftsman buildings were all going, people were transferring materials and goods to the warehouses.
well, we need to try and see if we might not be able to find someone whose name I didn't write down. All right. The drow on the
Darius?
Darius. Yeah, him. Hopefully he has survived.
Okay. Do you try to go to his shop, his forge?
I would make the suggestion to my companions.
Seems as good a place as any to start.
I think we should go to the actual Craftsman's Guild.
Is his forge along the way to the Craftsman's Guild, or is it beyond it, Ben?
Roughly, it's a little bit out of the way.
Okay, if it's out of the way, then we should go straight to the headquarters.
Okay. About
Fine.
3 hours in, you pass the building that you were told was the Warden HQ, and it has been basically leveled. There's not much left, and there's hundreds of bodies of wardens around it.
Well, I guess they don't care about the... There's no one here to care about that creature that we sent back to them at this point.
Oh.
What a solemn sight.
Indeed.
This was done by that wizard, yes?
Certainly by his
Oh,
thralls.
by his thralls, yes. we should definitely try to put him down as soon as we can. This is rather appalling.
We have tried, but I agree, we must try again. We failed last time.
Well, seeing what he's done here, I place no blame on you for not wanting to help him. I wouldn't want.
Yes, I don't believe that him in charge would be any better. It might even be worse, to be honest.
I think it would likely be worse as well.
To say, his ambitions seem limited to this plane of existence.
We should remove him from this plane, send him on to the next.
Oh, I agree wholeheartedly.
Okay. You're walking and talking, and as you start to get a little closer to the Craftsman's Guild, you can see in the distance that the smog and stuff and the cloud that hangs over the lower city. Excuse me. Um, you can see a bright orange glow.
In the smog above the lower city?
Is that? It's not the sun, is it?
It doesn't look like it. No.
That looks foreboding.
I have no idea what it could be.
Might be what the Raven Queen was talking about, although I believe that we were thinking that was in the upper city, but looks like some sort of portal or something, something in the sky.
I don't think we have any real leads other than it's trapped souls.
Yeah.
Should we check it out? We can fly.
I mean,
We always go
we're
towards
here anyway, so, and like Randy said, go towards the sound of chaos.
does it look like it's just over the lower city? Because it's tiered like a wedding cake, right? So if it's direct, do you know what I'm saying? Like, does it seem like it would be something that would be hovering over the upper city as well, or does it look like it's positioned outside
No,
of, or
it looks like the sky is reflecting something off the ground.
oh, okay, so the thing's on fire. Okay, yeah, let's go check it out.
What's the worst that could happen?
Okay, yeah, and as you get closer, you realize that the Craftsman's Guild is completely engulfed in flames.
Oh,
Glad we started here.
When we see that their guild's headquarters is, destroyed, I'm gonna sending to Darius,
Okay.
and I'm gonna say we are near Craftsman's guild headquarters. Are you somewhere safe? Can we come find you?
Okay, get 8 more.
Um, are there any survivors in hiding?
Okay. You wait for a response. A minute goes by. 2 minutes. 5 minutes. No response.
All right. Well, I'll tell my friends I tried to sending out to Darius, and he did not reply. Out of game. Did we already find? Did he die? Did Rast kill him? No, he left him alive, right? Because he needed him.
Yeah, he was alive last time we saw him.
That's what I thought. He took his daughter, but he didn't kill him before we left. Okay. So I'll say that. I'll say that there was no response from trying to reach out telepathically to Darius. So that does not bode well.
Hmm.
Shit.
Does anyone remember any other Craftsman Guild members' names?
Nope. No idea.
Nope.
All right.
I really don't.
Well,
I guess we must find some the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, let's look around. Split up and search for clues.
Perhaps it would be safer if we were to stay together.
um, what's the board cavern?
That was the inn where you guys got robbed,
Oh, that
swindled.
that shady halfling.
No, the halfling was the owner. It was a gnome who made you pay excessive amounts of money for basically nothing.
Hmm. Okay.
The
Wow.
older halfling gentleman was the owner of the store, but he was tied up in the back while the gnome peddled his wares to you guys and then ran off.
Hmm. Well, I don't know, friends. Are we? I mean, there's been no sign of life for the last 4 hours of travel through this area of the city. Do we think it's worth canvassing buildings nearby to see if there are any people in hiding, or
I think so.
yeah? All right, I will. I will go. I will say okay. Urag.
Yeah.
Where would you guys like to start?
I say we go to the actual guild itself and see if we can figure out what caused the fire, or see if there's any tracks.
Fine with me. Get closer to investigate the actual headquarters more.
Okay. It's very hot.
Does anybody know create water?
No, but I can become dragon.
Can dragon become water?
Dragon, depending on the kind, may
Immune to
actually be the
fire.
case. I mean, yeah, if you want to go traipsing around in there. Which, I mean, wouldn't be horrible. Shit.
I mean, I will. If you guys want me to try and investigate, I'll fly above, and I mean, I can. I'm sure it won't be pleasant, but I should at least be able to survive getting close enough to the fire to see if any of the any parts of the building remain intact or anything like that.
It seems fine to me.
What time of day has it been?
It's about 7 hours to get here, so roughly 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah, I'll do that. I will become dragon.
Okay.
And I will fly over.
Okay.
the building and see if anything looks intact or salvageable.
Make a perception check.
All right. Oh, as the dragon, right?
Mhm.
Oops. Perception.
13.
13.
The building's on fire.
Can I see, like, is the roof intact? Or
Nope.
all I see is flame?
All you see is flame.
Well, I don't know how. Let me look up something real quick. Any spell or effect you could ignore resistance to fire damage. No, that's not what I want. Take no damage and can wade through lava safely. They can never be burning unless they are ever burning. Okay, I'm going to descend into the burning building.
Okay. You're
Until
immune
I-
to the flames, but you can't really see anything.
I will. So if I fly down into the flames
Mhm.
until I reach the ground.
Okay.
I'm engulfed by fire, huh?
Mhm.
Can I hear anything besides the burning of the fire?
I'll let you roll a new perception check, sure. 18. Uh, Not really. Fire is pretty loud.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bonfire at that, yeah. Okay.
Bigger than a bonfire, but yes.
Building fire.
Raging inferno, some might say.
Can I try using my divine intervention?
Sure. What would you like to beseech the Dawn Father for?
I mean, I was hoping for like a 9th level create water just above this thing. Is basically what he's gonna pray for.
You
'Cause
want the Dawn Father to create a tsunami out of nothing.
It's only a couple hundred square feet of water.
Okay. Go ahead and make your roll. I think you have to roll lower than your level.
I have to roll my level or lower. Huzzah! Now I can't use that again for a week.
Of all the things to DI for,
I was just trying to put out the fire, really.
It's
you're
sudden
like,
shift in weather.
please, Dawn Father, put out this fire. Okay. You wait, and then suddenly you can hear the crack of thunder above you, and it just begins to pouring down rain.
How long was the wait?
For the rainstorm,
Yeah.
30 minutes.
Okay. I probably would have been.
The Dawn Father doesn't really control the weather. He had to go find someone to control the weather.
I mean, this is the first time I've ever had divine intervention work.
And you used it to ask for water.
I couldn't think of anything else.
I was a thirsty boy.
The I wouldn't have. I don't think I would have spent a half hour rummaging around blind in this blazing inferno. So I probably would have been out of the fire by
Okay.
that point. I don't think I would have spent more than 10 or 15 minutes before I got frustrated and realized that I wasn't going to make headway in that. So
And it's a torrential downpour. It is pouring as hard as you've ever seen it. Like, this is worse than the rainstorm that you guys got stuck in on the way to Irikosh from Sevicern when you were sloughing through the mud. And yeah, the rain does put the fire out. It takes a while, and there's not much left of it, of the building.
Yeah, I didn't think there'd be much left of the building.
And the streets are beginning to overflow with water.
This is too much water.
It's going to continue doing this for 40 days and 40 nights.
well,
Perhaps they should build a large boat of some sort.
I imagine
Gather
that
2 of every animal.
we can't investigate during this typhoon rainstorm. So, what are we doing once the storm starts? And we likely can barely see as we stand in the lower city.
Well, you know where what's his name's forge is. Maybe we can go there. I mean, he's not here, so I can't think of anywhere else to look.
Is the plan to come back here and search the rubble later?
I'm not sure what we're gonna find in the rubble, but we can.
But you prayed for the fire to be put out.
I mean,
So we have to. We can't. We can't let that go to waste.
we can certainly try. There's not much we can do here now.
Imagine if you pray this divine intervention thing. Please put out this fire, and then we're just like, cool, thanks, and we walk away and just do nothing with it.
It could be worse.
It wasn't. It wasn't like spreading to the rest of the city or anything, right?
Nope.
All right. Well, we should try and make your efforts, worthwhile if possible. You know.
So the water running through the streets is now about shin high.
Yay!
And how far are we from Darius's forge?
That's a few hours back in the other direction.
To the northwest.
Yeah, it's to the north of the Warden HQ.
Oh. Maybe we should have stopped there.
I said it was out of the way.
Yeah. But we're further away from it now.
Yes.
Yeah. Why do I look so framey? Do I look framey for you guys?
Just the background blur, kind of, but not really. I don't know.
Oh, I don't see your camera at all. Why do I not? Oh, there you are.
Marcus just isn't on the voice channel, so he can see everybody's faces. He just sees himself.
No. I pop out the panels so I can see everybody all at once.
Ah.
Well, we have a few hours before nightfall. We want to try and head back north? What do you think, Rog? I mean, Darius didn't respond, so that makes me think either he thinks that we've been compromised and it's a trap, or he's dead.
I think It would take us another 8 hours to get all the way back, right?
Just to the red light district, yeah.
Let's go. I think we should go to the Board Cavern instead of going all the way back. If the innkeeper there is still there, then he might know what's going on.
Okay. Technically, that's a different area of the city, right, Ben?
Then the craftsman's sector, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean that's. And do you want to head up to his place first thing tomorrow, or I think we're going to
Head up
spend the
to
whole
whose place?
Darius, or do you think it's not worth it?
Oh, I thought you were asking if we were going to go all the way back.
No,
To
no,
Darius's place, I think we can do that today, yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
my
yeah.
bad, sorry.
no worries. And worst case scenario, as long as his forge and his workshop still stand and aren't ablaze, then we could probably make camp there if we scout the area if he's not there and stay the night to continue on wherever we're going to go next tomorrow.
Yep, it makes sense to me.
All right.
Okay,
So
you
to
head back
Darius's place.
northwest. It is all difficult terrain now since the water is rising in the city.
They should really check out the sewers and see if this is filtering out properly.
Do you look?
No.
Okay.
He was just saying, oh, the city should do something about this. This is ridiculous.
Okay. Does anybody look?
At the sewers?
Well, at where the water's supposed to go.
Yeah, I would check it out because I would think it would drain.
Okay. There's a lot of bodies
Like in the sewers?
clogging up the way the water's supposed to get out.
Oh, there's just random bodies floating past us now, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, goody. I did an oopsie.
Of just regular people?
Yeah, regular people, wardens, craftsmen, because the puddles of goo are gone that are dead faceless ones.
Can I look for any common wounds or marks
Yeah, sure.
among them?
Make an investigation check. Seems to run on some form of electricity. Anyway, yeah, they have been stabbed to death.
All of these people were stabbed. So it seems like everything that's happened here is indeed the faceless ones, if I were to guess.
And it looks like this has just happened like naturally, just like water was flowing through the gutters and they just got clogged by bodies.
Yes.
Okay, it doesn't
Because
look.
there's so much rainwater.
Gotcha.
I will start moving the bodies to try to clear a path for the water to drain into the sewer.
Okay. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
I will assist because it's kind of my fault.
I don't think the bodies were your
Well,
fault.
The
They're too
bodies,
wet.
no, but
I mean, you're able to get them out of the way, but there's really not anywhere to put them. So, like, you hold like the few bodies you can out of the way, and some of the water drains, but then more bodies come washing down the street.
And there's, to what we know of, I mean, there's got to be like hundreds of gutter drains throughout the lower city, right? Or have we?
Yep.
Okay, all right. So it's not like this. It's not like we just passed the only one.
Correct.
All right. I think that I'll look at them.
But looking up and down the street, you see there's bodies clogging that one, and then the next one,
Yeah.
and then the next one.
Yeah, I'll look at them when they go over to do that, and I'll say I think that's a fruitless task. It's not just right here. It's all of the drains, and I don't think we can help with that.
Well, fuck.
I agree. We should move on before it gets too difficult to walk.
Yeah, let's head to Darius's, and if we can, I guess hopefully there's a second floor. Do I remember if there's a second floor at Darius's place of work and living?
You did. There wasn't, from what you remember.
What about so we're heading north west of Warden HQ. Do I remember any large buildings that would have been multiple floors? I would think so.
Yeah, probably.
There's a building just I mean, looking at the map, there's a building just north of Warden HQ that looks rather large. I'll say I think we should. I agree with Mordai. I think we should keep moving, but I think if the flood, if we're racing the flood and it makes it with us all the way to Darius's shop, we might not be safe spending the night there if the storm that Lazarus has called does not end soon. So we might have to find shelter that is elevated. Or risk drowning.
I've died once. I'd rather not do it again.
Well, you don't have to breathe, so you can't drown.
So is Mordai.
True.
It's not fun.
I feel like I died once. I don't think I actually did. But it was a very bizarre time.
Okay. You're tromping through the streets, trying to stay out of the water as much as you can. It's very difficult going. But you do manage to make it back to Master Darius's shop called the Malleable Metals. And as you begin to approach, you look up and you can see two corpses hanging from the roof.
That doesn't look good.
Is one of them Darius?
You want to take a closer look?
I mean, I don't want to be sad about it, but I think it. I don't want to be sad, but I think I'm gonna be. I mean, I'm not. What would you like me to roll?
A perception.
14.
Yeah, it's Master Darius and his daughter. And they've been eviscerated and hung up by their entrails.
The daughter that got taken by Grast?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Well,
he got her back. Something's happened. Something's going on.
These two bodies do not look like the rest of the ones that you were inspecting.
Do they look similarly aged?
What?
Do they look like the same age as all the other bodies that have been slain?
Same state of decay.
Same state of decay.
Oh. Roughly. I mean, it's hard to tell with the bodies are waterlogged now.
Based on what we saw that looked like it was slayings by the Faceless Ones, does this look like it happened roughly the same time? Like, even as we travel, not the waterlogged ones, but the ones as we traveled towards the Craftsman's Guild, we saw plenty of corpses, right? So,
Mhm.
did they look like roughly same time of death, or fresher, older?
So you're comparing it to the bodies. You're comparing the two bodies to what you saw on the way here.
Yes.
Hard to tell because the bodies are waterlogged.
No. What the ones that we saw when we were headed to the Craftsman's Guild? You said we saw lots of corpses as we headed to the Craftsman's Guild before we called the storm.
Yeah.
Right. So
You can't tell what Master Darius and his daughter look like because they're waterlogged.
the storm is happening still this far away?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I thought the storm was just over the
That's
Craftsman's
not how
Guild.
weather works.
It was
Not following
It's
Lazarus.
over the entire city.
see, now it all makes more sense. I thought all the water was spreading from that one point out through the bottom ring. So I've been looking at it
No.
wrong the whole
The
time.
whole city is now in a storm.
Okay. I was thinking like he called to his god and then like a water spout
They
turned
summoned a
on
storm cloud. Yeah, no,
above,
that's
right above. That's what I saw in my head, like a water spout just directly on the building that he was trying to extinguish is what I saw.
like those cartoons where the rain cloud just follows the one person and just drenches them.
Mhm.
No, that's
Yeah.
not what is happening.
Now your explanation makes total sense.
Okay.
um,
If we can get them down, I won't be able to do it today, but we may be able to speak with them tomorrow. I cannot bring them back, but we can ask in 5 questions. We can ask him 5 questions. But I have to wait until tomorrow.
I think that would be a valuable thing to do because this looks different. This looks like a message. The others just looked like mindless killing. And we know who last had her.
Ooh,
Oh, right. Well, last we knew, she was being taken to another plane of existence by the demon lord Grast.
you have all kinds of interesting enemies, don't you? The king, a demon lord, a psychotic wizard.
One might say
We're
that
not
we
very
have
proud of
all
it.
of the enemies.
He'll kind of pat Irindi on the shoulder and go, well, at least this second chance at life I have isn't going to be boring.
We always tend to have fun.
Shall we get them down?
I believe that would be a wise thing to do. How deep has the water gotten now in where we are?
In the worst spots, up to your waist.
And this is a single story workshop.
Yes. The building is fairly large, but that's because the forge inside is big. But it's not a 2-story building.
Do I see any 2-story buildings or 3-story buildings?
You see a couple.
From what I can tell, well, I'll ask Mordai. Do you see those buildings there? Do you think that they look habitable? We can't stay on the first floor if we're going to stay in the lower city.
Take a look. Do they look habitable?
They look damaged.
Then architecture isn't really my specialty. I mean, might be as good a place as any.
Based on what I know, how far are we from the wall? Both exterior and
Not
interior.
very. You're maybe 20 minutes from the exterior wall.
Yeah.
About an hour and a half away from the interior wall. If you want to know, this is it right here.
Okay. All right. Cool. We might want to take if our. I don't think the storm doesn't appear to be letting up, and I think that the lower city might be in danger that we can't help. Should we get the hell out of the city? We're
If
not.
we can't help, it doesn't make sense to stay in immediate danger, but
I don't see us unclogging tens of thousands of storm drains.
I think we've still got some time. We should take a look around. See if we can get any information that might be pertinent to the sex before we go.
I think that's a good idea.
So we take the bodies down, put them somewhere where they will be safe.
So it is time we may not have. But
Could we take them with us?
Enzo's like, I hate to be a bother, but can we have this conversation out of the rain?
Yeah.
No.
You guys have just been standing here in knee-high water, rain pelting you, having this conversation about what to do.
Do you think we should take the bodies down?
My armor is becoming tarnished.
After having you guys roll Constitution saves for pneumonia.
No,
Well,
my breathing.
I would get it immediately. All right, so
Hey, I've got advantage on that shit.
we at least need to take. Can you speak to both of them or just one of them tomorrow?
I could cast the spell twice.
I think we should take both of them down. I think that
Let me double check the material components on this real quick
the fact that
before I start making promises. Okay, yeah, we're good.
the fact that she is back is I almost want to say worrisome. Something has happened.
yeah, it doesn't bode well.
Perhaps we were gone too long. But regardless.
How are we going to get them down?
How high up are they?
30 feet.
I mean, I'm sure if we wait like another 10 minutes, we can just swim over and grab them.
It's getting rather late now too, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've carried multiple people as the young red dragon, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'll say I can try and fly up there as a dragon and get them down. I don't really see any other way.
Sounds like a good idea to me, I guess.
By that, I'm gonna start looking around.
So I will become dragon.
Okay.
And I will fly up carefully and try and get them down. One at a time. Carefully.
Trying to carefully get them down. Okay. How? What are you just trying to pull them off the wall?
They're hung, right?
They're they're hung from the roof by their entrails.
By their entrails. I missed
Yeah,
that
this ain't gonna
part.
be easy.
I mean,
He's a grisly sight.
land on the roof, just kind of pull them up. It's fine.
Is I'm gonna I'm gonna hover back down. Has Lazarus gone inside, or is Lazarus still outside? Zach,
Lazarus would be waiting outside for you.
I'm gonna descend, and I'm gonna say, how intact do you need the body to be in order to have this conversation?
They need to at least still be able to speak. So they need at least their mouths.
Removes the head.
So yeah, I would fly up and try and grab the body, and then try and just maneuver it so that wherever the entrails are hooked on the roof, is undone.
Okay. Make a general dexterity check as the dragon.
Which body are you starting with?
Probably Darius. General dexterity check. 17.
Okay. Yeah, but you do all right. You only tear a little bit of the internal organs as you unhook the bodies from the building and bring them down.
Cool. That could have been much worse. Should I roll it again for the other body, or is that for both?
Nah, it's for both.
Okay. And I will set them down as gently as I can. They're in the water. I almost, yeah. I will. Let's see. Enzo's tall and big, right? And looks strong.
Sure.
I will say, can you take them inside one at a time? I need someone to take them inside.
And he's just kind of like standing there, and you can see him like underneath his helmet. His hands are on his hips, and he's just like breathing heavy.
It doesn't need to be you, but I don't want to just set them down.
He's just like, yeah, yes, of course.
Are you okay?
It is not a very nice sight.
I can make them levitate if that would be easier, and he wouldn't have to carry it.
Oh, yes, and animates them as well. That would make everything better.
I'll make him chase you, Mordai.
I have seen plenty of deaths in my day.
As have all of us, I believe.
Some of us have faced their own. It's great. I love it.
Yeah, we get it. We get it, Lazarus. I'm kidding.
We get it. 2 of you have died and come back to life, okay? We can't all be part of that club, okay?
Oh, big whoop.
I mean, hey, for one of us, it was, voluntary.
I'm kind of
Lazarus didn't
waiting
choose
for
this
Lazarus
life.
to be like, wait, you died and came back too? How come you're not a... Anyways,
Because I did it the right way.
okay. So these bodies are inside now?
Well, okay.
Did someone take the bodies inside?
Where are you going?
Or we're not going inside Darius's place?
I thought we were going to
You
go
want to
in
go
one of the
inside
two-story.
Darius's?
I thought we were going in one of the 2-story buildings.
I
Just
wanted to
'cause
try
it-
and look around Darius's place for a bit before it got too flooded.
Okay. Sure, you go inside.
But we'll need to find the high ground.
Well, what are you looking for?
Unfortunately, probably documents, a desk of some sort, which means they're probably going to be ruined. But anything that might be pertinent to the act. Since I have a limited time, I'm gonna try and find his office in the back. And check the drawers for anything hidden. That's probably all the time I have.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
It is this button. It is it's in the wrong spot.
I mean, this is a natural 20 for 21. The problem is there is no office.
Oh, okay. In a study or office or
Not in the
desk.
building, no.
Okay.
If you recall, I don't know if you were there, but if you recall, he had an office back at the Craftsman's Guild.
Yeah, I don't know if I was there.
Yeah, I think
That
Wolf
office no
was
longer
still around.
exists.
Yeah, that office does no longer exist. But
Well, I am confident there is no information here.
you are very confident that, and you also, as you're looking around, you're like, man, this place is burned out, damaged, destroyed. The forge has just been wrecked. It looked like it was on fire at some point.
So even if there was, it wouldn't be readable. So cool. Well, I'm assuming the 20 will get me out of here without drowning, at least.
Sure. The water is coming through the door, but it's not even like up to your ankle inside because
Oh, okay.
it's not. These buildings are designed not to flood, but obviously, when there's an excessive amount of water, it will flood.
Yep. Take a look around, then catch up with the group and see if I can help get the bodies to the high ground.
Okay.
If they aren't already there.
You find a 2-story building that you think might work.
Yeah, I will say to my companions, I will leave the judgment of the stability of the building that we go to you all. My judgment
I'm no
is
architect.
poor.
Brendia does not make decisions anymore.
I mean, I figure just the first one that doesn't look like it's already about to collapse in on itself.
Well, they all kind of look like that.
Well, shit.
We're boned.
We could leave the city.
We can't take the entire bodies, Fissus. Said you needed the mouths. Perhaps we just take the heads?
We, Rog and I can both become dragon. I don't know if we could carry both bodies and all 4 of you, though. 3 of you.
Are any of the buildings made mostly out of stone, or is that like all of them?
They're all mostly made out of stone.
I could, if we find one building that looks better than the rest, I can shape the stone a bit to maybe help.
How proficient are you with that skill?
It's a spell, and it lasts well, pretty much indefinitely.
Well, hopefully you're better than we are with things like that, because usually when we try to do something like that, we end up collapsing the building on ourselves.
That sounds really unfortunate.
Well?
Mordai, you seem to have sharp eyes. Can you maybe pick a suitable building?
I guess I'll glance at the nearby buildings and look at what looks the most stable externally.
Make a perception check. With disadvantage because thunderstorm.
13.
13. Okay, yeah, I mean, you're like, well, that one looks like the walls are mostly intact. There's just a slight bit of charring on the stone. Looks okay from the outside. Ish.
It's like says that building didn't get set intentionally on fire. So I guess we'll start there, and I'll go look at the basement.
The first floor.
Or the first floor, whatever's the lowest floor.
Yeah, you go inside, and there is definite fire damage inside. There are stairs leading up, but you can see some of the stairs have burnt and broken. Some of them look fairly intact.
Can I inspect the architecture of the building to see if it will support us through this flood?
Make an investigation check.
Uh,
I mean, you're out of the weather, so it's not that bad. But the foundation seems strong. The foundation is made out of stone. The problem is the stairs inside, the second floor, the third floor, were all made of wood, and it caught on fire at some point in the past recently, and some of it is damaged, some of it is not. It's hard to tell what will be able to support your weight and what won't be able to support your weight. But the building itself looks like it will not collapse because the stone foundation is fairly strong.
Put my head back outside, and Waveman says this looks good a place as any.
Well, there we go.
I will land in Undragon.
Okay. And yeah, you've got about 2 inches of water on the floor here as it's slowly flooding. But you're out of the rain currently.
One, 4. As we step inside, I'm gonna say, I'm going to make you all very light of foot. Let's try and find somewhere upstairs that is suitable for each of us, or in higher floors that are suitable for each of us. Rog, you can make yourself fly, right?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Then I'm going to cast fly at 6th level, then give flying to myself, Mordai, Lazarus, and Enzo.
Okay.
You now have the ability to fly magically. So if you think that somewhere will be questionable as far as supporting your weight, we have 10 minutes to investigate the building and try not to collapse it on ourselves or fall through the floor to our ultimate doom.
Guess I'll aid in walking around the upper floors.
I would give you assistance, and can I give him the help action and guidance, or do I got to do one or the other?
It would be one or the other.
I do guidance.
So I guess go ahead and make an investigation check on the second floor, Mordai.
And then guidance adds
1d4.
Yeah, you get 1d4.
16.
You find a patch of floor that looks like it's mostly intact. A lot less burned and charred than the rest of the floor. You kind of land on it gingerly, and you can hear it creaking, but seems stable enough.
I'll jump up and down on it.
You jump up and down. How much do you weigh?
Like an average human.
Well, what's your height then?
159, 155.
155. Okay. Yeah, you jump up and down. It like you can
Nice
hear the floor
light,
creaking
lightweight.
pretty hard, but nothing gives way underneath you.
Okay. This spot seems stable.
Do you like come back? Because I don't think Rog or I or Enzo went up with you guys.
Yeah.
At least I know I
Yeah, I'll
didn't.
come back down.
Um,
I start by muttering to myself, and then I come back down and repeat it. Right, there's other people I have to tell these things.
I have to be social. Damn it!
Ah!
One of the
Oh.
worst things in the world.
who are you? Me?
Enzo flies up there and he's like, I don't know if that will support my weight.
Perhaps check the third floor?
I can't remember.
Somebody?
Did you give Enzo fly?
Yes, I gave
You gave
everyone
everybody
fly,
fly, yeah.
except for Rog.
Well, Enzo,
Yeah.
there's one way to find out.
Okay. And he kind of floats over nearest to where the wall is, and he just like kind of lands, and you hear the floorboards just because he's 300 pounds, and then he's got like 100 pounds worth of gear on him, so he's he's a
Much
big boy,
more than me.
and he's like, well, I hope it holds.
406.
Did you guys go up to the third floor, Mordai?
I haven't yet. I wanted to watch the spectacle. I'll go check this for third floor.
I'll fly.
Okay, you
I'll
fly up
with
into
them
the
too.
you fly up into the storm as the roof has been burned out and the water is pouring
I'm so...
still.
I'll close the door at the top of the stairs, but no, there's no third floor.
Well, so there's no roof?
The roof has been burned out by the fire.
That could be problematic if the water is entering from above and below. Although I would
Doesn't
imagine
look like...
all of the roofs are burned out.
I mean, the water's not staying up there because of all the fire damage throughout the building. It's just draining through the building.
There's not much wall structure left on the third floor.
There's plenty of wall structure,
Oh,
but the
but it's
floor
still
structure's not great.
draining. Okay.
Yeah, it's like, so the fire has damaged the floorboards, and so water is leaking through them, like around the edges and down the walls and stuff. But like where you're parked, it's mostly out of the rain. Sure, you're still going to be damp because, well, everything is damp. And Zach just died.
Bye, Zach. It's like a sick of your water bullshit.
I'm sick of you praying for a freaking rainstorm.
This deity turned into a monkey's paw.
I mean, that's
Teach
the
you a
first
wish
time-
for water.
First time I've ever used it and had it actually go off, and it didn't quite go as well as I wanted it.
Well, it accomplished what you asked for.
It's true.
Yeah, a
Please,
little extra.
please put out this building. It's out.
It wasn't even put out this building. He wanted water summoned above it.
I mean,
You said you wanted a 9th level control water to summon water above it.
I mean,
So he
fair.
interpreted that as, well, he might just, maybe a rainstorm will do it. Like,
Well, we
couldn't think of anything else to do with it. And I was like, oh shit, we need to put this fire out. This fire's bad.
Well, I mean, good news is we don't have to deal with the fire anymore.
yeah. And any other flames that might have been
Lit in the
down here?
Yeah. Would Arendi assume that the upper city has some sort of arcane barrier to protect itself from a storm such as this, or they're probably just letting all of the water drain into the lower city? No idea.
Yeah, I
right?
mean, you don't know.
Right.
You were up there for like an hour.
Yeah. Well. So do we want to just rest so that we can
Build a snowman?
try?
I think that might be.
I don't think we're gonna get a lot of sleep until the storm passes, but we can try and recover what we can.
I mean, the cold doesn't bother me anyways.
There it is.
You started it. You
I
literally
did.
started it.
Goodness.
Just kind
You forget that there's a 2-year-old in my house.
yes, yes.
I've seen
So,
that
you
movie
know,
a couple times.
some of these memories, I just have to let it go.
And that's the end of the session. We're stopping 30 minutes early today. That's fine. No, I'm kidding.
Well, Lazarus can't do what we need done until tomorrow, so we found shelter. I mean, if you want to canvass the nearby area until nightfall or until deeper nightfall, that's up to you, I suppose. My word of the day is canvas. I think I've said it 3 times this session.
It's a good word. Strong word.
It's true. It's a good word.
Yeah, Lazarus will just find a spot to sit.
Yeah, I'll find a spot and then I guess rest for the rest of the night.
Lazarus just sits there, not actually sleeping, staring at everybody. It's great.
Not creepy.
It's great. I love it.
Okay, who wants to keep first watch?
I will keep first watch.
Okay.
Suppose
make a
you want a
perception check.
perception roll.
21.
Goodish at those.
Not much to see.
I have hiccups. The worst.
Gotta love them.
Who wants to take second watch?
You have to ask. We will do nothing on our own.
I'll do
can,
second watch.
Like, I can take a couple watches. I only need 4 hours of sleep. Or 4 hours of sitting there doing nothing.
Well, that makes it easier.
A new companion to sit there and do nothing with.
Yeah, I mean, Arendia only needs 4 hours of not doing anything, and Lazarus only needs 4 hours, so that's all 4 watches covered.
Oh, you guys can get to know each other so well.
They
Or
won't
just
be doing it at the same time.
sit there in stony silence.
He has to meditate to get his long rest, so it's not like he can just talk to people for those 4 hours.
Fair.
What does mine say?
I'm also not very perceptive, so I don't know if I should be watching much of anything.
Oh, where's the fun in that?
I don't know. You remember the ice trolls or whatever the fuck?
Frost salamanders?
The
No,
frost salamanders that killed half the party.
no, the fight at the camp before that.
Oh yeah, the frost troll giants. No, those were trolls. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
And
they
then one
snuck
really
up
big
on.
nasty troll.
I'm pretty sure they snuck up on my watch.
How dare you?
Yeah, mine says I can finish a long rest in 4 hours. If I spend those hours in an inactive, motionless state during which you retain consciousness.
Yeah, so,
So
you can't do anything like perception.
Yeah, so he's just gonna sit there and just stare at everybody for 4 hours, completely awake.
Well, they're all asleep, so except for who's keeping watch. So, Rog, you take a second watch, huh?
I would have only taken one.
You're taking second watch after
Oh
Morai.
yes, I thought you said a second watch. I was like, what? No. Yeah, I'll take second watch.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Yay!
Not much to see. But about halfway through your watch, the rainstorm suddenly lets up.
Oh, thank goodness.
Huzzah!
And the building is still standing.
Still standing.
I will wake up whoever goes next.
I mean, that could be Arindia and Lazarus. We can do the next 2 watches.
There you go.
That's fine by me.
Well, whoever's going on third, roll perception, please. 22.
Yay for being perceptive.
Not much to see. So the water is slowly beginning to drain off the streets because the bodies are clogging the drains, but water will still seep through, just slower.
Well, that's good. Arindia, do you want to do the last one?
Okay.
Sure. 9.
Again, not much to see.
Everyone, wake up! The storm has passed.
Woo! Huzzah!
I did not see anything during my watch.
Neither did I, for the record here. Well, what's our plan for today?
Whilst preparing spells, I gotta swap out 1 3rd level spell for Speak with Dead.
Yep.
And then I'm going to cast it on first the blacksmith guy. So I grant the semblance of life and intelligence to a corpse. So
I know how it works. We just did it in the pirate campaign.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
All right, so we've got 5 questions. You got 5 questions you can ask this corpse.
So you cast it on him, and you finish the ritual, and like the eyes open, and they aren't there. I mean, his eyelids open, but there are no eyes.
Oh yay! All right, you may ask him 5 questions.
perhaps we should have discussed the questions before you completed your ritual.
You have 10 minutes to ask him 5 questions. I was waiting for after Mordai said that the corpse to go, yes.
It wasn't a question. I phrased it as a statement.
Yes.
Well, plus it wasn't directed at him, right? It was directed at.
And it also
That's
wasn't
a-
directed.
I was being a bud.
Oh,
I mean, they literally do that bit on the D&D movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the new one?
What should we ask him? Yes. Wait, no, that wasn't for you.
Wait for me to ask you questions, okay? Yes.
Okay.
Pretty much. They get no information out of the corpse, and they're like, "Well, all right, time to move on."
Am I the only one that
It's
hasn't
great.
seen that movie yet here?
No, I haven't,
haven't.
seen it, but it's in the preview,
Oh, gotcha.
like
I
the
haven't seen
trailers.
Gotcha.
It is a very good movie. You should all watch it.
I've heard
I
good
will.
things.
I don't have money to go to the theater, so
And I do not have time. Well, I think we should. We have 10 minutes. Let's quickly discuss amongst ourselves before we pose any questions to Darius. I think that there's a possibility that he won't be able to respond anyways, but we have to give it a shot. I think most importantly, we should ask him how he got his daughter back.
I think that's good.
Is that a good place to start?
They should also ask him the name of his assailant, unless we're certain it was the wizard.
I don't believe it was the wizard. I think it was probably the demon lord, considering that his daughter is back.
Oh.
He was the last one we saw with her, and he stole her.
Right.
So, who killed you? Would be the first question we would want to ask him, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, as if I'm still curious.
All right. So, who killed you? Did you get your daughter back before? If he says yes, we ask how.
We probably want to ask him about the axe too. That's probably important.
What would we have a short conversation with him, so what do you think we should ask him about the axe?
What should we do with it? I
Okay.
guess.
That's fine. And I suppose the last question would have to include a statement in that the guild center is destroyed. Maybe who should we look to for assistance in creating the divine the weapon, the divine weapon? What do you think?
Seems like a worthwhile question to ask to me.
Okay. Should I go, or would one of you like to?
He doesn't know me, so I don't feel me asking him any questions is necessary.
Well, we are short on time, so I suppose I'll approach the eyeless, now seemingly awake body of Darius.
Okay.
And I'll say, Master Darius, who killed you?
Grass.
Shit.
Did you regain your daughter before or after he killed you?
No.
The guild is destroyed. What should we do with the axe?
Vanish.
Manage?
Banish.
Okay. I'll look at Rog and say, should I'm gonna ask him if Grass said anything before killing him. Would that be good? And if we should seek anybody else?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Can you combine questions like that?
No, that's gonna be 2. I got 2 left.
So what were they? If we should seek anyone else, and what did Grass say to him?
Yeah, if Grass had anything to say before killing him.
I think those are good questions. Yeah.
All right. So I'll say, did Grass have anything to say or any message before he killed you?
Angry.
Should we seek out anyone else for assistance with using the axe?
Eric. And
Well,
with that, the
that's
eyes
5.
close and the body becomes still.
Did you say Eric?
Said Eric.
Who's Eric? Do we know an Eric?
Well, I don't write shit down, but I don't have an Eric.
Neither do I. Oh, was he the helper guy?
No, he was the guy who was unhelpful.
No, when we first came here,
What
there
was
was
it,
a
like
dwarf guy that
Forge
was
Hammer or something like that, or
yeah something.
Hammer Arm, something along those lines.
Oh, the dwarf guy?
You guys are so good at this.
Yeah, the dwarf with one arm.
Yeah, I don't have him. But you say that, Rog, you say that Eric is someone that we met here before, you think?
I think maybe. When we first showed up, there was a dwarf man who showed us to Darius's forge and then to the Craftsman's Guild.
Yeah, you helped clear out his basement.
Yeah. Was that the same guy? I can't remember.
Well, I plan on asking his daughter, whose name we also don't know, or I don't know, what Eric's last name is. Um,
So, do we want to figure out the questions first, and then have me cast the spell, or?
yeah, let's discuss the questions first. He said that he didn't recover her, So Grast came and killed them both and then strung them up. So any questions for her should either be about trying to remember who Eric is, or if she has any information that she gained while being captive by Grast.
Yeah.
I think that's the most we can hope to gain from her.
Lazarus shrugs. He has no idea who this girl is. Yeah, if that's what you want to ask, he will cast Speak with Dead on her.
You complete the ritual, and the same thing happens. Her eyelids open up, but there are no eyes.
And now we have 10 minutes, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, 10 minutes for 5 questions.
I swear I wrote Darius's name down somewhere. I can't find it anywhere. All right. Well, first question. What was your father's friend Eric's last name?
The eyelidless, the eyeless eyes just kind of like turn in your direction. No response.
Maybe ask about the dwarf that her father worked with.
What was the dwarf Eric who your father worked with's last name?
No response.
I don't think she knows.
Did you overhear any of Grast's plans while captured?
Yes.
What were Grast's plans that you overheard while captured?
War.
Well, that's 5. I
That's
think.
4.
That's 4?
Mm-hmm. You asked what Eric's last name was twice.
Yeah.
Have you
And
overheard
then,
anything? War. Third level spell. You get very, very short answers.
yeah, no, I'm not. I wasn't expecting this to be like crazy fruitful.
Yeah, yes or no questions are usually the better option.
We need more information than that.
Well, you're not going to get that out of a corpse. You could try to revive her.
I would need a diamond worth 500 gold.
And even then, they would have had to have died less than a week ago.
You know Revivify?
Revivify is less than a minute.
Yeah, she's been dead for way too long for Revivify.
Mordai, Rog, what? We have one question left. We're short on time. Do you think? I mean, she doesn't seem to know Eric's last name, but maybe she'll know if he's alive or not. I don't know.
Can maybe, what if, would it be smart to ask her what Grass's immediate next plans are if, I don't know if she knows? War
The
is a bit
answers
vague.
seem to be fairly short. I don't know if we'll get any grand detail.
You might just say war again, because that's probably all he spouts off about, I would imagine.
Maybe ask where we could find him?
Are we all in agreement there?
Sure, that sounds good.
I can't think of anything better.
I will look at her and say, where do you think we can find Grast now?
Walden.
Alright, well, he's close.
Okay. Cool.
And with that, the ritual ends and the eyelids close and the body lays still once again.
The axe we got won't lead us to him, but it would help against him, right?
Is how he was banished last time, I believe. He was weakened and then struck with the axe.
No, he wasn't hit by that axe. He was hit by one of the weapons that was given to the kings, though, because the kings who went to fight him perished. The dwarf king was not one of those people.
Do you think if we called him out on single combat, he would comply?
Probably not.
Just call him out. Hey, I challenge you to a duel. Come here and fight me, bitch.
I also don't know how well that would go for any of us. He seems to be a rather powerful being. And we were all collectively bested by one dark wizard.
Yeah, I challenge the Lord of Hell to mortal combat, 1-on-1. It's a good
That
way to
seems
die.
fine.
I mean, yeah.
Exactly.
Mortal Kombat. Thank you. I was like, I'm
I
not
was
gonna have
picking
to
up
do.
what you're putting down.
Like, I'm not gonna have to do this myself, am I?
Just hope he doesn't have power word kill, or any of you are dead.
Yeah, that'd be a bad time.
Something tells me he might.
I don't know, actually. Off the top of my head, if he's a 9th level spellcaster.
Well, everyone that we can ask about what Eric's name was is dead.
That's a bit unfortunate.
You know who might know? Rourke. Rourke knows everything.
I see no shame in at least asking.
Me neither.
We had a long rest, right?
Mhm.
I didn't cast anything today, right? Just Zach did.
Yep.
I mean, you polymorphed a couple times.
That was
That was
before the long
yesterday.
rest, though.
That was before we went to sleep.
Oh, you mean since you've woken up? No,
Yeah.
only Zach so far.
I will sending to Rourke,
Okay.
and I will say, Rourke, there was a dwarf named Eric Hammerhand or something in Craftsman's Guild. Do you know what his name was? That's 25.
Morning. Yeah, his name's Eric Hammerhand.
That's what it was.
Literally what you said it was.
I
Because he lost his arm. He lost his arm in the war, so he's a smith, and he has an attachment that is a hammer for his arm.
but I needed confirmation because I knew if I wasn't positive, one, I wasn't sure that was his name. But two, I'm not going to say, hey, I'm sending to Eric Hammerhand, and then you be like, yeah, there's no reply because his name's Eric Hammer Fist or whatever.
Or just be like, I'm gonna cast sending to Eric.
Eric. Yeah, that's also, yeah. Ben would let that fly if he thought that he knew that I knew what the last name was. But if I was just like, yeah, Eric, what's his name? He'd be like, yeah, it doesn't get to the Eric that you wanted to.
Who is this? This is not Eric. This is Eric. But who is this?
This is Patrick.
Patrick. SpongeBob.
Do you know about your carriage's extended warranty?
I will. I think we're probably about to wrap up. It's about 10:30. But the last thing I'll do
Yeah.
is I will sending to Eric Hammerhand.
Okay.
And I will say, Eric, we met briefly. Hopefully you recognize my voice. I traveled with a few adventurers. Are you alive? And where?
Okay, the response comes back. Aye, I remember you. We're hiding in the basement.
Well, guys, he said they're hiding in the basement. He is alive.
Of
I
the
would-
Craftsman's Guild?
He didn't say specifically.
We should check. He's gonna point to the body of the guy. We should check his abode for a basement, and then the Craftsman's Guild, just to be sure.
Mordai, did you see a basement in there when you were in there looking for stuff yesterday?
Did I see a basement when I was looking for stuff?
Nope.
Okay. 9.
So probably
Probably not there.
the guild center. If we can head there and look, and if we don't find them there, then I can ask. But in case we encounter anything dangerous along the way, I don't want to expend more arcane energy asking a question we may already have the answer to.
I don't blame you.
I guess we could say we're heading there and pick it up next week.
Okay, sounds good to me. Good place to stop. Good a place as any, I suppose. But yeah, next week if nothing comes up.
As far as I'm aware, I am open for next week.
Yeah,
Me too.
Same.
My birthday's Friday, but that shouldn't affect my ability to play Wednesday.
Happy
early
birthday.
Yay, birthdays. Get super shite-faced, make a fool of yourself. It'll be great.
Well, it's a Friday night, but I'm assuming we'll have Aiden on Saturday, so I probably won't be doing that. And my boss is on vacation over the course of my birthday, so I can't take my birthday off.
Oof.
Yep.
Rude.
Anyways,
It's okay. It's just a day when you're this old.
it is true. 34. 34.
Bunch of old
And I-
fogies out
and I
here.
th- And I thought I was old.
You're the second youngest, Zach.
True. Granted, I mean, there's only one of us not in their 30s.
Fair.
Classic Marcus.
What? What? What?
I was gonna say, like, Marcus is older than I am.
Marcus is older than Kyle is.
Feel so singled out.
Classic Marcus.
Marcus turns 35 this year, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna
World.
say, I think Ben is the middle child.
I am the middle child, but I am older than everyone here.
Oh, I thought you were younger than Marcus.
I turned 36 this year.
Oh, well, shit. That means
4, 5, 6.
I am
Kyle's
almost
the middle child.
I am almost exactly a year older than Marcus. We have birthdays in the same month.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm gonna go sleep.
Okay.
All right.
See you guys
bye.
next week.
Bye, guys.
See ya.